Good evening. I am Carlos Danger for CRNN. On tonight's Friday Night News Update, we bring you the most recent happenings from the 1964 to 1965 Civil Rights Movement, and what can only be hailed as a remarkable win for not only black civil rights leaders, but the whole of the black community in America. President LBJ has signed an amendment to the 1875 Civil Rights Bill. On July 2, 1964, the President signed an act guaranteeing further protections and civil liberties for black citizens. Although previous amendments have outlawed slavery and guaranteed black Americans the right to own property, individual states created their own Jim Crow laws as loopholes to the 1875 Civil Rights Act. President Johnson's new bill will supersede any current Jim Crow laws and will make discrimination based on race unlawful nationwide. This is a huge achievement for the equal rights movement, and we will update you on any developments to the story as they are given to us. We will be back with more news right after this break.
These are the stakes to make a world in which all of God's children can live, or to go into the dark. We must either love each other or we must die.
Vote for President Johnson on November 3rd. The stakes are too high for you to stay home.
Welcome back to CRNN. Today in Harlem, riots continue to rage on for a third straight day. The violence erupted after a white off-duty police officer shot and killed a black 15-year-old. Lieutenant Thomas Gilligan shot 15-year-old James Powell 3 times after witnessing him and several other juveniles allegedly arguing with the superintendent of many local rental properties. Although what led up to the teen's tragic death is still unclear, James Powell's death and the racial tensions between officers and black citizens that have been brewing for decades has led to continuous rioting in New York City's Harlem neighborhood. According to Harlem General medical personnel, 1 person has been killed in the ongoing violence and 110 others have been admitted with serious injuries, including 7 gunshot wounds. New York City's Chief Inspector Pendergast contests these claims, citing a much lower incident rate of 31 injuries and 30 arrests. We have some footage of the riots given to us by the Associated Press. Hopefully this situation is resolved quickly and without further injury to any of those involved. In our final story of the night, we take you to Selma, Alabama, where civil rights activists are regrouping and recovering after a brutal attack by troopers left several injured. A group of about 600 demonstrators, led by SNCC member John Lewis, were attempting to cross the Selma Bridge on Highway 50 when troopers on horseback blocked the road before charging forward, trampling and beating the protesters as they plowed through the crowd. The group had been marching to the state capitol in Montgomery, Alabama, to protest the illegal voter suppression many southern black residents face when going to cast their votes at the ballot boxes. For more on this story, we go to Selma, but we would like to warn our viewers that some of this footage may be difficult to watch and is unsuitable for younger audiences.
To your safety to continue this march, and I'm saying that this is an unlawful assembly. You have to disperse. You are ordered to disperse, go home, or go to your church. This march will not continue. Is that clear to you? I've got nothing further to say to you.
The disgusting display of excessive force by officers and threats from the mayor that any further attempts to march will be met in the same manner. Demonstrators forge ahead with their plans and intend to finish their march to Montgomery earlier next week. We wish them the best of luck and hope everyone stays safe. From those of us at CRNN, we thank you for joining us for another Friday Night News Update. I'm Carlos Danger, and until next time, good night and keep up the good fight.